We'd have instances where we'd be like, Jodi, you're not welcome here, and she would stare at you with a blank face, like it didn't even happen.
You
like,
actually told her the words, "You're not welcome here"?
Well, one instance with my wife and a friend, she came over to a house. But she just showed up at a friend of ours' house out of nowhere one day.
Yeah, at the Hughes home, Jodi showed up while I was there with Sky, and she showed up unannounced. She came over to ask Sky why Sky hated her, and Sky, for 15 minutes, told her why we didn't like her, why we didn't want her around, why we didn't want her to be with Travis.
And then instead of and she basically told her, you're not welcome in my home, I don't want to see you again.
And told her to get out of her house, to never come back.
And instead of walking out the door like a normal person that would understand, okay, I'm not welcome here anymore, she walked in with a blank stare and sat at the kitchen table.
Comes into the kitchen, sits at the dining room table, and just sits there and stares at me while I'm cooking macaroni and cheese. And I didn't say anything to her. It was really awkward, and I didn't want to be around her. And she just sat there for 10 minutes, and then finally she got up and left.
Weird.
It was weird. I know if I was at someone's house and they yelled at me and told me to get out, I would run to my car crying, probably.
Yeah, you would leave. You would feel, what have I done? You'd feel responsible. You'd be upset.
Yeah.
Dr. Drew, does this sound like somebody who's a shrinking violet, or someone who's afraid and timid?
This sounds like somebody who's empty and sort of missing social cues, but feels sort of self-righteous and entitled.